Yeah, it was the roughest start I've had in a while. Yikes. Okay. I didn't ride a lot last weekend. Really short ride. So, I don't know, man. Alright. Yeah. Almost got nailed pulling out of my place because of all the stupid fucking parked cars. I'm sorry, Lord. And happy Saturday. I'm just grumpy because this thing didn't quite fire up the way it should have. So she's got issues, man. It did start, so here we go. Got lots to do. Okay. But yeah, just realizing that the speed bumps in front of our places don't happen until after my entrance. So this dude was doing like way too fast when you can't see. But whatever. Luckily, I didn't just whip out. Like I kind of creeped out a little bit and had a chance to rev and pump the clutch. So he saw me. Ugh. So one disaster averted today. Thank you, Lord. All the glory goes to God for that one, especially. Wolf, Bible geek, biker dude, and maybe not having the weight to pop this stupid light. But I'm good. This is for. Oh, look at that! Thank you. Feel better already now that I got that light. It's always frustrating. Okay. And other than the rough start, the Harley seems to be doing okay, but granted, it's been a crappy, wet, horrible week. I do know that my ground lead is a little corroded, so that's causing a little bit of havoc, I think, at stardom. But hopefully I'm getting a little charge into the battery on this ride, and then I can kind of gauge, like if it starts tomorrow, then I know it's a charging thing, like the connection, perhaps. And it was cold, so this guy's not going to be happy. I got to slow down even more. Okay, here we go. Oh, beautiful. So, I've really felt the presence of the divine this week. I worked in some busy areas, and you know, things could always go a heck of a lot worse for me. As much as I whine because I'm old and grumpy, but yeah, I'm grateful to have gotten through the first sort of legit week in a while. And now I just got to get through another couple weeks, and we'll be close to another long weekend. But I'm grateful to have gotten a bit of a long weekend this weekend to fight off the cold that I was, I got a bit of a cold, just a bit congested, nothing crazy. Didn't feel particularly bad, but it's not smart to get everybody else sick, so I actually took Friday off as a sick day. And I did nothing, like just stayed in all day. Hung out on the balcony, enjoyed the sun in the afternoon a little bit. Ooh, baby. Okay, gonna save a little power. Seems to be idling nice now. Okay. I'll try to calm down. But yeah, I don't like it when she starts rough. But I did leave it for a full week. Out in the cold, rain. Ugh, don't like that little broken line there. Kind of high risk in the fast lane here. People are going to be freaking out on me. right, camera's rolling. We're going over the big bridge. Shield down. Oh, I'm so glad they kind of fixed that. That was nice. Got a little thunder coming off the railing, like you can hear it a little better. Nice, okay. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Geared down a little bit there. Ooh, that's bumpy there. Yeah, I'm good I didn't go through there at like 4th gear. Yeah, a few big bumps there. Yikes. Alright, good to get over the bridge safely. Shoulder check. Oh, there's one there. To block him out by being into second position for a second. Back off a little here. Yeah, that's all I had to do. Okay, guys. Over the bridge, yo! It's been a while. Since I've done a bit of a longer crosstown courier. Vigilante preacher. Alright. Heading north on Canada Way down the big old hill. So far, so good. Good old rolling blue thunder getting it done. Vigilante preacher. Out here looking to do battle with evil. To crush evil thoughts with the word of God. I listened to Francis Chan this week, and more importantly last night when I was more well rested as well. Piper, this other preacher named John Piper, and specifically kind of their recent, well, Piper, this wasn't a recent sermon. Let's get her up into 4th here, but fairly recent. And what they were going through was a section, Canon 11 of Hebrews. I like the book of Hebrews. I have delved into it recently myself. Essentially, yeah, the first thing I should say is there's a huge sort of split on whether or not Hebrews was written by Paul or perhaps even somebody like Barnabas. But I want to alleviate anyone's concerns about this because, in truth, there's a lot of ideas in the book of Hebrews, and even sometimes the style of writing and concepts are considered Pauline, like they are from Paul, the apostle. But some of the wording is a bit different, so that's why many preachers believe that it's possible that one of Paul's close students, like Barnabas, is the one who actually wrote it. To me, it does not matter, because it's still the teachings of Paul as brought forth through one of his students. So relax, it doesn't really matter, it's still the Word of God. It's one of the apostles, and it's an awesome book that deals with God's chosen people who were under, in the Old Testament, this kind of, dare I say it, deliberately flawed system of sacrifice. Cows and lambs and sheep, whatever. So, goats, I don't know, I can't remember, but yeah, cow. I think they sacrificed bulls and lambs, bulls and sheep. But, especially John Piper, he goes into the argument where, yeah, no amount of slaughtering animals is ever going to atone for the sins of man. Okay. I'm pretty sure God knew this, but this is an example now that I'm studying it in a different way through this course. This becomes an example, the sort of description through Hebrews of the foreshadowing that the sacrifices in the Old Testament happened to foreshadow the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus. This whole Christian, cornerstone being substitutionary atonement. There's no amount of good deeds I can do. I can't hand out enough Timbits and coffee to atone for all the sins of man, or even my own sins. So it's that whole salvation through grace. Like I didn't even stop. How dare he? But you get where I'm going with this. The book of Hebrews essentially explains to the people of the old, who were intimately familiar with the Old Testament. It explains to them sort of how the whole Jesus thing works, like this whole thing, and how their long journey built the foundation for this to happen, and foretold it and foreshadowed it. So it's pretty crazy, John Piper's take on it, and then also watching Francis Chan and then reading it yourself, like the triple hit, is really as you can see, I'm going on about it. I'm a little gobsmacked by it, because there's some real gold mines for somebody, a theological geek like me. There's some real gold mines in the book of Hebrews, specifically where Francis Chan actually gets his wife to read it, and she goes in one go through 10 and 11, both verses together, so you get the entire context for what Francis Chan begins to talk about. And he relates it to a personal journey story about the tithe, about giving back to the church or to the community, giving to the poor, but essentially the church. And Francis Chan's crazy story is really like, he starts off with, okay, like one year when we were young, just starting out, we were worried we weren't going to make rent, we were broke, and somehow we found 20 bucks and we threw it all in the plate at church. You know, we were like, whatever, we're so screwed, it's not going to help, right? It's like, okay, here we go, pray. And he relates several occurrences like that. So he started just one-upping his tithe over the years. Really weird, but I don't know. I mean, it might not be everybody's story, but it's an interesting one. And he related it to the passage in there of Hebrews where whatever you give the Lord, like whatever sacrifices you make for God and for your faith, eventually it is repaid like 100 times over. So interesting. I don't know, man. I'm still working with it. I may have to read the whole book. Like the book of Hebrews is not such a daunting task. So in terms of just reading it, you can probably just sit down and read the whole book in an afternoon with a little bit of thought. And then you have to go over it and over it. And this is what I'm learning. The things I thought I knew are having a little more impact now as I'm getting older and seeing things like hate and trauma play out in my own history, my own life. You know, how me being a tiny bit of a visibly handicapped person without any financial support puts me in the unique position to see the bad sides of human nature in full view. Like, a lot of people don't see other people the way I do. So, quite interesting. Now, I am actually having to go a different way here today, because we got a section of this closed off. So, I'm going the long way. She's all covered in corrosion. She's wearing her winter corrosion with pride. But my poor bike needs, I think, a lady's touch. Yeah, lady mechanic. Somebody who's diligent, meticulous, and isn't going to use my kind of backyard tooling with, you know, whatever I have. Oh crap. I don't like that. I don't like red lights. Red lights are bad. But I do like that. Nice. Yes. Yep, going in the back way. Hopefully without getting knocked off the bike. Woohoo! Honda dealer. Stay green, stay green, stay green. Oh, manhole cover. That's pretty cool. I might have caught a little air there. Put that shield all the way down. Yes, all the way across town. And a couple of green lights, what do you know? Yeah. So far, this has been a really good ride, with the exception of almost getting nailed trying to leave my parking lot. But yeah, right in front of my place. We're not quite into the speed bumps yet. So they come in really fast from that one side. Just epically stupid. And there was a big van in the way. I couldn't see anything. So I kind of crept out a little bit, and I was like, wow, if I go any further, I'm getting hit. Yeah, pretty crazy. position. I could do this. On the way home, it is now probably past 10 a.m. So it'll start getting busier traffic. But you can now see really the proof that this Saturday morning I probably could have, it was nice yesterday afternoon, and I absolutely could have done this ride yesterday and got it done, but I knew the weather was going to be good today. And you'll probably hear me on my channel say that as a newer rider, it really benefits me to pick my battles. So I don't just willy-nilly go out. Oh geez, wow, I got no clutch. Aha. See that? While I was picking my battles, I was a little light with my up tap, and I thought I actually blew my clutch cable. That was crazy. Like, ooh, what happened there? But no, just wearing big old work boots, couldn't quite feel the lever well enough. So I'm just giving her in third gear here, because I got a learner in front of me, and they're going to hit that red light. There we go. There, I got a false second gear. Popped her into neutral. Yeah, I knew this would happen. Oh, yikes. But I'm grateful that, see, I have to block this guy. The guy behind me wants to turn right as well. And if I take the very left lane position, he will try to snake in behind me to my right and probably clip me somehow. This is why you take a blocking position at an intersection if necessary. Okay, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who learned how to ride at a riding school, and then now I'm in the school of hard knocks. You know, like just get out there every weekend, practice, force myself to do all my business runs like this, biker business, turning in invoices, preaching from the saddle, essentially, about my biblical stuff. I want people to learn, like bikers should learn. And just like it drove me to church and reading the Bible in isolation on my own a lot, with my dangerous climbing background and, you know, going into the mountains on backcountry ski trips, I've seen a lot of avalanches, and I've caused 2 of them that I rode to the bottom. So, yeah, I live my life every day as though I really probably shouldn't be here. It's like, I'm here by the grace of God. That's the only reason I'm still here. Because God figures I got a couple of things to do yet. Hopefully for His behalf. Mega geek when you're sitting at a traffic light like I was back there, and I was trying to remember my old ham radio call sign. Like, oh, what the heck? I'd have to look it up. I've got it somewhere. I could probably get another one. I was thinking, you know, I wish I could change my ham radio call sign to Vigilante Preacher, and I bust out a sermon on the ham radio network. My call sign allows me to log into a software version of a ham radio, which actually rebroadcasts as the service, software as a service, out over the ham network. So pretty cool. And I got a bike coming up behind me. Wicked. But yeah, I thought that might be kind of fun and weird. Like, who would hear that? Maybe a bored old pilot, like the jumbo jets. They all got a ham in them. Somewhere. They probably don't use them anymore. That was fun. Yeah, those, I don't know, the stupidest, weirdest, random thought. Sitting at a traffic light, gee, it'd be fun to do a ham radio sermon. I'm not even sure if it would be legal, you know? And that actually might be a lady rider who I'll probably never be able to catch. She is on a full dresser. You don't buy a heavier bike like that if you are a beginner, usually. So let's find out. Looking good, sister. Looking good. Looks nice, eh? Ah, making me laugh. Oh, I can hear that thing. Sounds like an airplane. Look at her go. She better be married. That's all I got to say. Oh. I pretty much just fell in love. That's my new mistress. My mistress is on fire. Yeah, handling the big bike like it was nothing. Everybody's speeding. To quote Will Ferrell, everyone's doing it. And just like the Zen monks of old, I have to put that nice lady on the Harley, a nice lady on the big cruiser Harley. I gotta put her out of my mind. Probably never see her again. Oh well. Yeah. Because of the little bumps, I do get a bit of whiskey throttle on here. Just from the front end bouncing. It actually turns the throttle a little bit. I got to loosen my grip and relax my forearms. Have a light touch. I'm not letting go, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't care what ethnic background you are. I don't care what nationality you are or what you self-identify as. When you ride an original Nightster, you feel like a cholo. You feel like a Mexican gangster. Like, I can do anything. I own this place. It's amazing. And I think that's the Harley difference. It's how these beasts of motorcycles, it's how they make you feel when you ride them. It's everything. It's not just that, oh hey, it's an old school, air-cooled engine, it's kind of funny. They don't make these anymore, ha ha ha. You know, there's all that, all the mystique, all the, even like a shovelhead owner, you know, they're like, look, I'm riding a bike that you can't get anymore. They don't make these, right? So if you're on a shovelhead, you're basically a mechanic. You're like a legit mechanic if you're running a shovelhead. Like you're a collector. That's a vintage bike. So, yeah, that's the whole attraction to these bikes, I think. They're just so much a part of the North American history. Again, I don't really like how Harley's going right now with their dealerships and stuff, but maybe they were always a bit elitist. And I just don't know because I bought it, you know, when I bought it, it was 16 years old because I bought an old used one. So I have never really had proper contact with a dealership, and they just seem like unless you buy a brand new bike, they don't want to talk to you. That's all they're into. They're not really into helping the culture, the community. There's none of that, which I think there may have been in the past. I don't know. Or perhaps it's dealer specific. Who knows? This little monster, whoops, had no trouble getting up above the speed limit there. Whoops, my bad. It feels nice to be back on my side of the river. I never thought I'd say that. When I lived in Burnaby, I loved that area as well. Right near my old school. I went to SFU. Let me give this trucker a fucking nice day. There we go. Have a nice day, bro. I'm that biker that got the hell out of your way. Oh, we got another one too. He's going right lane, right lane. Go right lane, buddy. That's where you want to be. No, you don't want to swerve into my lane. That was a big hole. Oh, we're flying. That guy's flying. Okay, man. Okay, what am I doing? There we go. I'm gonna move over and really not kick the shit out of this bike. I kind of been riding the hell out of it. Oh man, I can't believe that lady on the big hog. They're so rare. Just, yeah, epic. Somebody that can handle a bike. No offense to the ladies, but all the ones I've met are very, very good. But they're in a biker family. Like they have a husband, kids, the whole deal. Which is fine, but I'd like to find a single biker mama. Almost home. I'll take a little break. Might have to pop out again later. Beautiful day for it. But I might decide to do my other little stuff tomorrow if I got enough food in the house. All right.